I stay pretty much kind of close to keeping up with the mindset of people in this world. I'll check out CNN, Facebook, look at various articles, especially among the 20 and 30 years old, to see how they're thinking, and not just what people are thinking, not just what they think, but how people think. And that is really critical now, because I think that the church in America is still hung up on what people are thinking, and we're not understanding how people think. We don't know how they came up with the conclusions that they do. In fact, we'll say that. I don't know where they got that from, and we'll just drop it. But we can't just drop it. You got to understand that the things that they are saying, what's coming out of their mouth, the way that they're living, is coming as a result of a certain way that they think. Very important. And many have been born and bred and raised these past 30 years, everything from kindergarten all the way to graduate level of education. They've been trained to think a certain way, and it is very much, according to Bible terminology, it is perverted, it is twisted, it is very confused, but they are comfortable in that. One of the key ways in which people think today is that nobody has the right to tell me what is right and wrong. No one has the right. In fact, if you do, then you are judging, and no one has the right to judge anybody. Yep. You hear kids saying things like, you hating, you a hater. Well, even that word is twisted and changed now. Because now, if you disagree with a person, it means you hate them. Got to understand the way people think now. Disagreement equals hate. Now, when we were coming along, disagreement didn't mean hate. A husband and wife can disagree. Anybody could disagree, but it didn't mean you hate the person. But in today's world, disagree equals hate. If I could put up an equation for you, a mathematical equation, and use words, see that. Disagreement equals hate in today's world. So that is the reason why when we disagree with their point of view, that's why they shut down. Because as far as they're concerned, you hate me at a very personal level. Not disagree with me, because disagree equals hate. Wow, do you hear me today? So you go, well, how in the world do you minister in the world where if I can't even disagree with anybody, I can't even get to the sin or whatever's going on in their life, because they're already shut down because they think I hate them. That's why I believe we're going to need many wonders and signs to be done. We're way past intellectual argument and debate and trying to explain stuff. We're way past all of that. That is the reason why I always point to Mom. That's why those hugs mean so much. Because instead of talking anything about how they living, what they doing, all the rest, you just embrace them. And a physical demonstration is a sign and a wonder today. Just a physical demonstration of just hugging you. Because in their world, disagree equals hate. And the only thing that dispels that is if love is shown first. When love is demonstrated and shown first, then by the time you get to the disagreement, they come to the place where they realize you and I don't share the same point of view, but it's a conclusion that they come to. It's not something you told them. It's not something you confronted them with. They just start making the comparison about how you live and how they live, how you act and how they act. And that gives the Holy Spirit that opportunity to start coming through all that twisted stuff in their mind and just go, oh, well, I can't say that this person hates me because they've shown nothing but love toward me. They have never embarrassed me. They've never argued with me. They've never put me down for how I'm living. They haven't done any of that. And so the argument of the enemy has been torn down in their understanding. Isn't that amazing? So that's why I believe we're in a season where we've got to have prayer. We have got to have the wisdom of God. We have got to have the way of God. Because even someone standing up like me, and there used to be a time when you could bring someone to church and have someone like me stand up and preach a sermon. But now you can't even get them in the door. Why? Because they're all the automatic assumption, an invitation. Here's how twisted stuff is now. Even the invitation to come to church with me is an insult to many people because of the way they've been trained, the way they've been processed through life. Because what it brings to their mind, why don't you come and go to church with me? For what? What are you trying to say about me? What are you implying about me that I would need to come to church? Why? Because disagreement equals hate. So the invitation is seen as an act of hate, not an act of love. That's how twisted things are now. So it's like, God, how do we minister in a world where everything that we do and say to them, it communicates just the opposite of what we mean? Let's continue steadfast in the apostles' teaching and doctrine and fellowship, in the breaking of bread and in prayers.